vote for Kamala Harris. And it's actually non-negotiable. Come on. And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business.
Even though I am an actor and being on the spot is quite literally my job, I get very nervous and my palms start to sweat. So we're gonna have to check at the end of the video just how sweaty my palms get.
Weird.
Congrats, babe. Stooped to a whole new level of...
Okay, I'm not a hater, but have you guys seen what's going on with the Snow White trailer? The numbers don't lie, right? Whether you're pitching a startup or playing a sports game, you gotta check the scoreboard because the numbers will always tell you the truth. And honey, the numbers for this Disney disaster, they're saying a lot. Look, if you're launching a YouTube channel, you want those numbers going up, not plummeting. That's why the data is key, especially when it comes to free speech issues. I'm all for free speech. And honestly, I'm starting a petition to get the dislike button back on YouTube. Because if you're like me, you want to know the real story, the one that's hidden under all that curated content. Now, let's talk about Disney's latest bombshell. That Snow White trailer? Yeah, it's been ratioed straight into the freaking sun. Like, worse than the Acolyte ratio, and we thought that was bad. I'm talking 1.3 million downvotes compared to less than 100,000 upvotes. Like, this is the worst ratio I've ever seen. Seriously, it's brutal. And the mess is only getting worse. Remember how we told you Rachel Zegler decided to go on a toxic, psychotic rant that's basically destroying Disney's investment? I mean, this movie cost hundreds of millions, and she's single-handedly tanking it. Her bizarre, mentally deranged attack on Trump voters is seriously messing with the entire production. It gets worse, though. Rachel Zegler went ahead and told 75 million Americans who voted for Trump that they may never know peace. Excuse me? Then she topped it off with a F Donald Trump post. That's right, girls. She's out here wishing pain on millions of people. It's a whole mess, and Disney's just letting it slide. So, if you don't know, girls, this is the kind of scandal that's about to blow up bigger than anything we've seen. And it's not gonna end pretty. Okay, hold up, girls. Let's get into this because what Rachel Zegler just said about the entire country is straight up wild. Like, I'm not even a hater, but really? You're telling us that you need to go see a movie to be a successful movie star? Honey, this is the entertainment business, not a daycare. You're a professional pretender who spends your days with CGI dwarves, and let's be real, those things are terrifying in your so-called feminist remake of Snow White. Like, what? Disney? You're really going down this rabbit hole? And don't get me started on Disney's meltdown over this. They're taking hit after hit from the culture wars. And let's not forget, Ron DeSantis gave them a cultural smackdown in Florida, turning Disney World into DeSantis land. We all know it's true. We expected more magic from Disney, not this mess. You know what? I actually believe in the magic carpet ride from Aladdin more than I believe in this nonsense about Snow White. What happened to Disney, though? Like, seriously, what's going on? And as for Rachel Zegler, girl, she's catching the flames for this one. People are pissed, and Disney's shelling out millions to erase the classic dwarves and replace them with CGI nightmares. But, of course, they forgot to do a whole makeover on Snow White herself. We've got a remake that's gonna flop harder than Waterworld. The worst part? Nobody even wants to see this disaster. Zegler's got the internet heated, so what does she do? Block people. Cue the eye roll. Blocking people is never a power move, especially when you're about to tank your movie. If this isn't an indication to pull the project, I don't know what is. Now, the chaos doesn't stop there. Zegler's forced to apologize after people lost it over her comments about Trump supporters. She basically told everyone who voted for him to never know peace. Girl, those are your future customers. And trust me, We all know Disney's probably regretting this whole thing, big time. With the film pushed back to March next year because of her drama, it's clear that Disney's scrambling to fix things. And here's the kicker. Zegler posted an apology, but let's be real, no one's gonna remember that. The damage is done. So let's just say this movie's looking like it's gonna flop harder than a bad first date.
I really do say this so often when it comes to young actors. You usher them towards the light and it will follow them.
If I'm going to stand there 18 hours in a dress, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed on.
Okay, girls, you won't believe what went down. So, apparently, thousands of Disney's legal and PR reps came crashing down on Rachel like a wrecking ball. They literally snatched her phone, probably wiped out all her accounts, and told her, "You're done. No more posts. No more work in this industry." Like, that's how savage it got. It was a total power move. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Megyn Kelly chimed in, calling Rachel a toxic.
Loss should not have been. And it certainly should not have been by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump himself never know peace.
Yeah.
What the F? How? And then she discusses the deep, deep sickness in the country. There's no help, no counsel in any of them. She attacked Twitter and Elon and finished with "F*** Donald Trump."
Man.
Hello, Disney. You're going to have to redo your film again because this woman is a pig and you fired Gina Carano for far less than this nonsense.
Okay, girls, we need to talk about Rachel Zegler because, wow, Disney's biggest mistake might have just been hiring her. And there's no coming back from this one. Seriously, how did they think this was gonna end well? I get it. Everyone's allowed their opinion, but she went too far when she basically wished harm on anyone who supported Trump. Like, girl, are you okay? It's one thing to have your views, but to put out that kind of energy, I don't think I could ever. And let's not forget, Disney's been trying to cover this up, no doubt. I mean, this apology was clearly damage control. You can almost hear Disney's PR team behind the scenes saying, "Do this, or we're canceling you from the movie." It's embarrassing. And honestly, we're all tired of the whole thing. But hey, that's just the era we're in now. People are done with this drama. It's a wrap. Now, let's talk Oprah. Y'all, this article from the Chicago Tribune hit hard. Oprah took $1 million from Kamala Harris's campaign. Seriously? What? A billionaire took money from a fund that was supposed to be for working class people? Come on. I'm not saying the whole thing was shady, but like, that's a lot of money to be funneling into her pockets when she's already sitting on a fortune. Okay, girls, we need to talk. I'm not here to throw shade, but did y'all see how Taylor Swift's endorsement really backfired? According to all the exit polls, it actually cost Kamala votes. Yeah, you heard that right. It pushed young women to the right, and now everyone's asking, when are we going to stop letting these celebrities, who clearly don't live in the real world, have so much influence over the things we all hold dear? You know what, girls? Like classic things we've all loved. Snow White, Star Wars, they're part of our collective culture. It's ours. But wokeness is out here trying to ruin it all. It's turning everything into a hot mess. And honestly, I don't think I could ever get behind that. As Megyn Kelly says, these people are pigs. Let them wallow in their mess. But for the love of everything, stop hiring them to make things worse. So girls, don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for our next video. You won't want to miss it. Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride.